2, 1, and go. All right, you got the list, Pastor P?
I got the list, man. I'm sitting over here with my head down and you counting off, man. You could have let me look up at the people first,
well, I
man.
was looking down, too.
I was looking if you looking down, too, I guess I'll let you make it with that one.
Thank y'all for
joining us, man? What's up, everybody?
Thank y'all for joining us. Hey, like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey,
What's going on, man?
You was telling me about some apple Coca-Cola?
Yeah, man. Coke made apple pop back in the day, bro.
I got to Google.
Apple pop.
Apple pop?
It was in a green can with apple on the front. It was probably one of the best sodas that was ever made.
It was Coca-Cola?
It was a Coke product.
It was was it sliced?
No, it wasn't sliced. It was just apple pop. So it was
apple pop.
It was a Coke product. Coca-Cola made it, and it was an apple soda.
You said they had Cajun
yeah,
too.
Yeah, they had Cajun Cola, man, and that was a Coke that had cayenne kick to it. It was real spicy.
Back in the day?
Back in the day, man. They pulled it, man, because
that was only in Louisiana.
Hey, it was wearing out people's stomach linings, so they pulled it. But it was good, though. It was good.
So I had some apple slice before. I had some apple soda before.
I don't know about apple slice, but the
slice came back.
Yeah, Slice is making a comeback. It's expensive, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. It was like $2 a can.
I was like, bro, you charging me this and this a slice?
It's supposed to be probiotic, though.
Yeah. You know,
that's their angle.
Right. It's still a slice. Yeah, it's still a slice, man. You know, but Fanta got a good apple one. I get a hold of that one, man.
Fanta got a good apple one, right? So we just wrapped up Resurrection Sunday.
Yes, sir.
It was a lot of people here.
There's a ton of people.
It was a lot of people here. So I was running late at the 8:30 service.
Did you get a seat?
Yeah, I got here.
You got here early enough to get a seat, man?
But I hit the corner, and I was like...
People parked all down the street.
I was like, they were parked down the street already.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I was thinking 8:30... will be crowded, but it's 8:30.
Right. It ain't gonna be that bad.
Yeah, they want to come to the main event.
8:30 looked like 10:30.
Yeah, so 8:30 looked like normal 10:30.
Right.
So I had to park way in the back by the church van.
Yeah.
So I was running late, and I was looking for my socks. Did you see my socks?
I didn't see your socks, man.
Okay. So the OG told me and Uriah how to dress.
Right.
Because Uriah asked the OG how we gonna dress.
He said you better wear Easter suit, man.
He said wear Easter suit.
Yeah.
So I had a green Easter suit, and I had some green socks to go with it.
Okay.
So I had a green Easter suit with some monotone blue.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna throw these green socks because I had blue shoes too.
Yeah. I saw the shoes. I didn't get a chance to see the socks, but I did see the shoes.
But yeah,
man.
so I had these green socks. So I was looking for my green socks, and when you're trying to get out the house, I was like, you know what? It ain't about these socks.
Yeah,
but I found them though.
Yeah.
But I found them though, and I was on my way, and I was like, okay, I get there. This is the pre-game.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Right.
But it wasn't pre-game.
No.
Yeah, and not to saying that we ain't gonna have church, but I was like, okay, it ain't gonna be that crowded.
Yeah.
But it was.
Right.
It was. Because we had treats both services.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know we had treats both services.
Treats at both services, man.
We're going to talk about the treats.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about the treats. So I
didn't get no treat, man. I didn't get no treats.
Oh, yeah. I tasted it. It was good.
I did.
Because Pastor told me about the ice cream. Shout out to Tongue and Cheek.
Yeah. I've actually had their product before.
Never had it before.
Yeah, but when they were here on Sunday, man, I didn't get a chance. I was trying to get out the door, man.
I talked to your son. He was like, y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. And the line was super long. And I still ended up staying here way longer than I thought I was going to because my wife was talking, So the line was super long. Somebody looked out for me.
Yeah. Oh, somebody hooked you up?
Yeah, they looked out for me. I'm sorry. I didn't cut. They looked out for me.
Somebody was like, oh, Pastor Brandon needs.
Yeah, they said Pastor Brandon needs some ice cream. And they went and got it.
Yeah.
They went and got it for me because the line was super long. The line was still long about 30 minutes after. It was still long.
Yeah. Oh, no. We left an hour after, and it was still long.
It was still long.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the ice cream was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we had cotton candy.
Yeah.
I didn't get none of the cotton candy because that's precious.
I don't fool with cotton candy.
I wasn't going to get the ice cream, but somebody looked out for Pastor Brandon. And, okay, so going back. So I found my socks. I hit the corner, and I was like, well, it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody going to hear the word.
Right.
and it's crowded.
Yeah.
So I parked at the back. I came in, and when I looked in the sanctuary, because I'm heading to the back. Did I come in while y'all was I think y'all was praying, or did I get here?
You got in there before I did.
Oh, I got in there.
Yeah, because I was running late myself.
Okay. Yeah. So I came in, but before I hit the back, I looked in here and I was like, okay, it's crowded.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in here.
I was like, it's crowded. It's crowded. And I was like, okay, it's going to be one of those Sundays.
Right.
What? So I know people be coming out on Resurrection Sunday, but why they only come out on Resurrection Sunday, man?
CME, bro. CME.
But what is it?
CME.
What is it? So,
Cause they afraid, one, that their mama is still alive and she gonna stab them if they don't come to church on Resurrection Sunday. And two, if their parents or grandparents are dead, they afraid that they gonna jump out the grave
and get them
because they didn't come to church on Resurrection Sunday. You know that. CME, man. Hey, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter.
Yeah. So
everybody, even people who don't normally attend church. Those 3 days, man, they in the building.
And let me tell you, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter is not going to save you, so you should come back.
You should come on a regular basis.
Come back. You should come back on a regular basis. We want to see you.
But you as a church, you got to know that those 3
days are going to be there.
You're going to be packed out.
But we be having treats other days, too.
Right.
But we ain't going to tell you when we have treats.
Right.
But we do have treats a lot.
You have to come and be surprised.
You got to come at Bible study. They be having treats.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about... But anyway, Antioch,
they got to come to find out, man. They got to show up to find out. You can come here in person,
Antioch, Corinth at 10:30 on YouTube, 7:15 on Wednesdays on YouTube, or in the building, 2020 Post Oak Drive, Corinth, Texas.
That's right.
You can come.
Yeah.
We welcome you with open arms.
Got to be present to win.
Yeah, you got to be present to win. So I get here, look in the sanctuary. I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of them days.
Yeah.
And you know what else? Everybody was dressed up.
Yeah.
Everybody was dressed up.
People was dressed up.
They was dressed up. Yeah. Sunday best.
Hey, that white, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was like, I didn't get the memo.
Hey, they were hiding that white, man.
Who sends out the memo?
Yeah, well, they had their own little group chats and communications.
Yeah, but usually my wife tell me when she just spilled the beans. She kind of had on some white and blue.
Yeah. She didn't let you know what was happening.
Nah, but I'm not the white suit guy.
I have white, but I don't have a white coat. And since I was wearing a suit, I wasn't gonna put the white on.
He wore a suit again.
I wore a suit this Sunday with the lilac purple shirt.
With the lilac.
And the matching lilac tie.
He was fresh, man. He was fresh.
And my wife didn't pick it out this time. That was all me.
That was all you?
That was all me this time, man.
He didn't wear no hat, though. I didn't see a hat.
No hat this time. No hat.
He usually come in there with a fresh little brim on.
Yeah, not this time.
They're trying to convert me. I don't know. I can't do the brims.
Yeah. My wife tell me I look old when I'm wearing my hat, man. She tell me
look good.
I think I look good.
It have a little tilt to it every time. It don't be straight, just a little tilt.
I think I'm smooth, man. But my wife tell me I look. She say I look way too old when I'm wearing my hat.
So
she say I admire old men. So that's why I wear hats like that.
So I was thinking to myself, I was like, wow, today is gonna be a blessed day.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely so we did some. So there was some performance, but our pastor definitely, shout out to Dr. Christopher J. Rasmus. He just left, and he preached a good word.
Oh yeah.
So I knew somebody was going to get the word,
right?
Which is the main thing. It's not about like we were just talking about like Easter bunnies and eggs. That ain't really got nothing to do. That ain't got nothing to do at all with why we're here.
No, it's about the word. It's about Christ.
It's about the Christ who rose, and that is our foundational faith that we serve a living God.
Yes.
And so it's a beautiful day.
Yeah. Church
is packed. We go into the back. You had told me a little bit about what was going to go down.
Right.
But I didn't have no idea.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my weeks be hectic. Yeah. So I don't know what's going down. So the kids told me that they were going to dance. Mm-hmm. The song that they danced to, Glory to the Lamb.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have heard that before, but that was my first time. Have you heard that song before?
I heard it before. Mm-hmm.
You heard it? Yeah. Man. See, I miss certain gospels.
Right.
I miss certain gospels because if it's on Spotify, it's just going to play stuff that I like.
Yeah.
Or stuff that sounds like stuff that I like. and then I'll go back to the 80s,
Right.
or the 90s.
Yeah, well, I don't listen to Spotify, but I've got XM, so I've got several, gospel stations. I got Kurt Franklin's Praise, and then I've got, and then I've got,
so that would have came on Kurt Franklin's Praise.
Yeah. Kurt Franklin's Praise plays that.
See, it's a whole lot of gospel I'm missing.
Yeah, man. And the good thing about some of these stations, man, is that they don't just play what's out now. They take you back.
Yeah.
And it gives you it gives you the full range. So they go. I mean, when I say they go back, they go way back.
So is that a new song?
It's not new,
but it's
not old. So
it's not old.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. We used to have a radio station here in Dallas called Heaven 97.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you remember that?
I've heard about it. It was gone by the time I got out here.
Yeah, we used to have this. Yeah, it was Heaven 97. So you could hear like everything.
Yeah,
contemporary
get
gospel.
On Sunday morning, kids Walk Baby Love, man.
Oh, they do that?
Yeah, Walk Baby Love still be on Sunday morning.
On Sunday mornings, yeah. Shout out to Walk Baby Love. Yeah, but
man.
they cut it off kind of early.
Yeah.
Because by the time we get out at 10,
I think it goes off at about probably about 9 o'clock.
That's early.
Because then they put actual churches on that are preaching and whatnot. So you get that kind of program. But the gospel music part
goes to 9, and then 9. They got church.
Right, and then
okay, because I didn't want to roll into the parking lot and listen to Walk Baby Love, and then when I roll out, it's Jodeci, or Chris Brown.
You have to learn how to cut your radio off when you pull into the parking lot, so that way you don't get no surprises.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to look at me crazy.
I have to do that all the time because I'll come to the early service and I'll be listening. To Walk Baby Love.
Then you gotta turn it down.
As soon as I pull in the parking lot, I just turn the radio off.
Yeah.
So that way, when I start it back up, it's not on.
Yeah. So
and then I'll switch to something else once I pull out of the parking lot.
Yeah. So the kids and the young adults, they did good.
Yeah, man, they did a great job.
They did a great job.
And if you haven't checked it out before it gets clipped, go ahead and
check it out because they're gonna get us for a copyright strike.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take a look. It's still available out there.
And even if you miss all the other stuff, man, the message was phenomenal.
Great. That's the most important part. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. That's the most important part.
He preached. Oh yeah,
he did. He did preach. He preached, and the fire was there at 8:30 too.
Yeah.
Not saying the fire don't always be there.
I thought he gonna wear himself out at 8:30.
Yeah, 8:30. It was like
I was wondering if he gonna have anything left.
Yeah, in the tank. I was like, okay, we laying it out today.
Yeah. He gave it all in both services.
All in both services. Great service.
Yeah.
And I was so excited, and we ran through that, so we down one.
Mm-hmm.
So we got one.
Right.
But we know this is coming.
That second one is coming.
The second one is coming.
Yeah.
The second one is coming. So Deke stopped me. He said, well, what we going to do about the visitors and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because we were kind of limited with space because we had to have people change and stuff like that. So Pastor wasn't greeting first time guests because there's a lot of first time guests, right? So he wasn't greeting them. So if we had new members, new believers, I commandeered the conference room.
There you go.
Commandeered the conference room, and
I'm surprised we didn't have overflow set up in there too, man.
Well, it was we gonna get to that overflow. It was a lot of overflow.
Yeah,
but I had to have my wife and my daughter run it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because I had to. Me and LR went to overflow.
Yeah.
So okay, 8:30 is over. They bring out. So we switching, right?
Right.
We getting ready. Everybody, but as soon as 8:30 is over, people were showing up.
Right.
For the next service.
Right.
They were showing up.
Yeah. They were literally crossing each other in the
They were crossing each other, and they was coming into the sanctuary. People, it was filling up quick.
Right.
Filling up quick. So it was, and it just so happens we take communion on Resurrection Sunday.
Right.
But this Resurrection Sunday
was on the first Sunday.
Was on the first Sunday.
Is our normal rotation.
Which is our normal rotation. So everybody was ready to take communion, right?
Right.
All right, let's go back to 8:30. Cause you told me to go here, right? And I went up my aisle. Mike Lewis, come on, man.
You done call Mike out, bro?
No, Mike. I got a catch. It's a lot of people, Mike. Mike was knives laying around. So shout out to our brother Mike Lewis. So Mike Lewis,
we're gonna have Mike on too.
We're gonna have Mike.
He been wanting to get on this podcast.
That's why I'm bringing him up.
We're gonna introduce y'all to Reverend Michael Lewis
today. Okay, so Reverend Mike Lewis is an old school type preacher.
Old school Kansas City.
Yeah, he's old school. Yeah, throw that in there too. He's old school Kansas City preacher, and he's gonna wear a suit on First Sunday. He gonna wear that suit.
He wears suit just about every Sunday.
But definitely on First Sunday.
On First Sunday for sure.
It's gonna be 3-piece on First Sunday. So, Mike when we come up here, there's a formation. We're praying, and Mike was close to me, and I looked at the crowd. So I'm sizing up the crowd,
right?
Because I need to know my pace,
right?
So Brad is flanking me on this side. I need to know my pace,
right?
Because I don't want him and I got to catch,
right?
Because I'm catching, I'm throwing mine. We in a rhythm,
right?
But you sent Mike over there too. And Mike was keeping me in line. He was keeping me straight. And I love it.
Don't move. Stay right here.
You like, no. He's like,
wait a minute.
He's like, B, go, you cut me off. You're in my way. It's coming. So when we do communion, there's two things you got to do. You got to keep an eye on where the person that you're catching is at, and you got to keep an eye on the communion.
Right.
So on Resurrection Sunday, you are probably going to run out.
Right.
Before you finish.
Right.
So I'm keeping my eye on the tray. I'm like, do I need to go back? Do I need a refill, or can I catch one?
Right.
So that's what I'm doing. Mike, that's what I was doing. I promise you. But Mike is so professional and so a pro at this. He like, you slowing up the line, man. He didn't literally say that, but he was like, B.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And I was like, well, they got the tray though. You know me, I'm like, okay, just pass the tray. We're gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to navigate this and get through this communion.
Right.
Now, that was because at 10:30, it was even more.
Yeah.
It was even more. So, communion, we don't take communion out of repetition. We take it out of reverence.
Right.
Of what the Christ did for us.
Right.
His body was broken, which is symbolized by the bread. And his blood was shed. That's why they call Jesus Christ the perfect lamb. Right? And they took this Last Supper as a part of the Passover.
Right.
When they used the blood of the lamb and death passed over the children of Israel while they were in Egypt. If you're covered by the blood under the new covenant, your acceptance of Jesus Christ, right? We have to die this earthly death, but death passes us over because we have eternal life.
Exactly.
Side note.
Exactly.
So that's why we're taking this communion, and it is very serious. It is very important.
Very important.
Very important. But I'm still looking at logistics because I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Right.
So
there were a lot of people.
So that's why. So Mike,
so many you can get in.
So Mike, forgive me. That's why I slowed down, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to my end, and there was not another tray in sight.
Right. Right.
Not another tray in sight.
Right.
No trays in sight.
But we got deacons to the rescue, man.
We got deacons to the rescue.
Deacons to the rescue.
But
man.
you know, so you can see us right now. So flanking this side is where the replenishments will come.
Right.
But I can't see that yet. Especially,
right.
Because it's people everywhere.
Yeah,
I can't see it. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, I'm running out. I'm running out. I ain't got another row in me, Mike. I know you got yours so professional. Right. I ain't got one in me, Mike. I don't know.
10 on this row. I only got 3 left.
I only got 3
I'm
left.
not going to make it.
Is somebody going to help me? Mike is like, hey, it's coming. You panicking, man. You panicking, man. We got this. We do this. So shout out to Mike. Forgive me. I was doing the logistics. It was a lot of people, but that was great. So we had some people join, and it was a good thing to see everybody here, everybody fellowship, and everybody inquisitive about the reason why we were here.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because we the celebration is to honor the living God.
Right.
Because he lives. I know it may seem cliche to you on the outside looking in or on the inside looking out.
Yeah.
To say, oh, he has risen. He has rose indeed.
Right.
Right? Because if the Messiah didn't rise, then it wouldn't fill the prophecy of old.
Right.
So that means that he wasn't the Messiah in the first place. So that means that we would still be waiting, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened.
Right.
That's not how the story went. It played out, and he rose. And more than
with the scripture,
according with the scripture, more than 400 people saw him after that, right? And he stayed around there for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, he
hung out,
yeah. And then he left us with his Holy Spirit, right? So to keep us while we're here,
right?
So it's real important. So it was a wonderful day, and going back to the communion. So we in the back now. We at 10:30 now.
Right.
So we in the real deal. Now I'm still worried about the logistics, because Pastor P sent me up the same aisle again. He sent me up there.
That aisle, man.
I hit that aisle, right? I asked you twice. I was like, this aisle, because Mike, I was a little nervous. Like, this aisle?
Yeah.
Okay, that aisle, right?
This one.
So we at the back, and we holding. We waiting. And so I'm like, we waiting for the outside. What I didn't know was overflow was super, super packed.
Right.
Overflow was super packed.
You basically had to go and do a whole communion service in the overflow.
You had to do a whole communion. Like, it was, the overflow was the size of a church, right? The average church is about 50 to 60 some people.
Right.
It was about that back there.
Right.
So we're holding, and I'm getting more there. I'm like, man, what we holding?
What we waiting on?
We're waiting on what's happening. Because, the reason why I got nervous again is because it was either Brad or somebody said we need more. Mm-hmm. And I do the call. I said, no, we good. We good on my end. I do the call out here because I got the middle. We good. And Deke look at me like, no, we not good. We not good. We need some more. So we hold at the back. We get everybody served. It's people still coming in, which is a good thing, because people are coming in because maybe they got a new outfit, because maybe they grandmama or their mama wanted them, or they want to be here with their kids. Maybe they want to take a picture. Maybe they heard we had ice cream.
Right.
But what you are going to get is the word.
Right.
So, and that's what happened. So it went off without it went off in excellence. I would say that. It went off in excellence.
I thought you were going to say without a hitch. I was going to be like, no.
No, we did have a hitch.
We had several hitches.
Yeah, we had several hitches.
But it worked out.
But it worked out. Yeah. I wasn't going to say without a hitch, but, we had some hitches. I'm not going to get into all that. Y'all don't need to know the inner workings.
Hey, as long as the end product is good.
Yeah. So
nobody care about how you make the cake.
Yeah.
As long as it tastes good when you finish.
But everybody was dressed up. All the young people, everybody was dressed up.
Yeah, man.
Because church has. So when we used to go to church, you couldn't go to not on no Sunday casual.
Nah.
I remember I was about 6. I went to church in some shorts. Yeah.
How'd that happen?
It was Bible study. No. On a Wednesday. Like,
okay,
it was like Bible band.
I'll give you a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. It was like a Wednesday. I went to but Pastor P's right. How did that happen? Man, my mama got torched for bringing me to church in some shorts.
Yeah.
And I was a little boy. She
put some pants on that baby.
Put some pants on that baby.
Dress them up.
So we kind of got away from that. We kind of got away from dressing up.
Right.
Why do you think that is, though?
Man, I think just I think that was just basic basic societal norms. Because you look at back in the day, man, we dressed up everywhere.
They went to the baseball game.
Nobody ever went nowhere unless they was dressed up.
Yeah.
And there was a real focus on appearance. Even back in us growing up in school, you didn't go to school wrinkled. You had to iron.
You had to iron
your clothes, man.
You did.
And the thicker, the better your crease, the sharper your crease was, the better off it was.
Now, if you watching this on the East Coast, you might not have had a crease.
Right.
But probably from Virginia on down out to the West Coast.
Yeah, man.
Creases was happening.
Yeah.
Heavy starch.
Yeah,
Heavy starch. Stay flow.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many people ruin their irons trying to put that crease in their pants. And the toes on my iron.
I would go to school dressed up most days.
Yeah.
Dressed up. I'm talking about shirt tucked in at all times.
Yeah.
Looking nice.
That's it.
You want it to be that, and I think that there is. So this is something to think about. When you come into the house of God, we talked about this on the last episode. When we come into the house of God, not only presenting the inner you, right, but the outside of you as well. And so it goes back to last week. So we asked our friend, we said, what are we gonna go? Are we going casual on Easter, or are we going suit?
Right.
And he said suit.
Exactly.
He said suit because he's old. He's older, right? He's an older gentleman.
You asked an older gentleman, what you gonna wear. I mean, and you look at him every week.
Suit. He never go casual. So I'm thinking to myself, you're right. He ain't gonna say casual. He never go casual.
I think y'all asked him because y'all were hoping he would say suit. Because that's what y'all wanted to do anyway.
Well, to be honest with you, I was like, I'm going casual because my son, he went off on the limb and went casual. He didn't go tucked in this time. Right. He went casual. So, because I gave him the liberty. I said,
if you give a young person the option nowadays, you can expect them to be casual.
And he had on a nice shirt. He looked nice. Yeah, he looked nice. But he didn't go dressed up.
Right.
But I was like, okay, I'm going to go casual. And then he told us we're going suit. But then I was like, it's first Sunday.
Right.
And I knew Mike was gonna wear a suit.
Of course.
And then Pastor P had been wearing suits too. So I was like, I'm going full suit.
Right.
I'm going full suit. But everybody, even on Wednesday, so the Wednesday leading up, our emerging adults, it's like, from 20 to 30.
Right.
They was like, we coming dressed up.
Yeah.
Some said they was coming casual, but they was like, we coming dressed up.
Right.
So when I saw it, I was like, okay, it looked like Easter in here. It looks like Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah.
I know. Y'all gonna get on us for saying Easter.
Everybody in their Sunday best, man.
We know. They gonna get on us, Pastor B, for saying Easter.
Hey,
Resurrection Sunday.
Put your Easter suit on.
Put your Easter suit on, come in your Sunday best, right? Because I do think it's a reflection. It's your humility to say, I'm gonna take this time out to look my best, because I'm going to the best place that I could possibly go.
Yeah.
Because God takes you and He changes you from the inside
out. Yeah.
Right? So that means that His work, His handiwork just doesn't stay on the inside.
Right.
If you look around, look at His handiwork, right? After you look at this podcast, go look up at the sky. Go look up at the trees.
Right.
Look at the clouds.
Check the flowers, man.
Check the flowers. Everything is done in perfection. Even when it rains and it get muddy, like if you look down in the mud and how the water's going through it, man, God is a wonderful God, and we want to just show reverence. And I was really happy to see everybody getting dressed up.
Yeah, man.
Because it's kind of something we're moving away from. And they went traditional dress up.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't go like, this is my flavor. This is my drip.
Right.
They was like, we going traditional.
Easter dress.
Yeah,
suit,
yeah. I see some Easter hats up in here, man.
A few Easter hats, man. Hey, I saw them linen joints though, man. They wearing them linen suits, man.
Shout out to our choir. Shout out to the Antioch. I don't know who got the memo. Everybody was in white.
Hey, the whole
Ain't
worship
tell
division,
me.
man.
The whole worship division.
Worship
Shout out to our whole worship division.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, y'all went white. Y'all didn't tell
white,
me.
man.
I didn't have no white suit, but it looks good.
Yeah.
When I seen Danny, I was like, oh, they going white. They didn't tell anybody.
You know Danny is matching.
He matching.
Yeah.
He gonna match. He gonna match every time. But it looked good, and it felt like home. It felt like a representation of what heaven will be like. And there's only one way to get to heaven, and that's through Jesus Christ.
Right.
And we want to make sure that we're doing, besides all the clothes, besides all the other stuff that don't matter, what matters is your soul.
Yeah.
Right? And God loves you too much to let you come as you are, but stay that way.
Right. Right.
He wants to transform you.
Yeah. He wants you to come with all of your flaws, all your idiosyncrasies, all your mess ups, all your hang ups. He wants you to come with all of that. Yeah. And he wants you to bring that to him, man, so that he can actually take that and he can break you down. Yeah. And then he can rebuild you. He can remake you. If you could do it yourself, if you could clean yourself up, then there will be no need for a
redeemer.
So he wants you to come as you are, because there's nothing that you can do about it. I can't fix my sin myself.
Come on, man.
And I'm coming because I don't have any other choice. I gotta come as I am, because I can't do anything about my condition.
I can't. You're like the car who breaks down on the side of the road.
Right.
Either you're going to stay on the side of the road or somebody's going to take you to the mechanic.
Right.
You can't do it for the car. If it breaks down, it cannot change its own tire. It cannot fix whatever is going on.
It needs help.
It needs some help.
Right.
It needs someone to end. So that's what happened. God intervened by sending his son.
That's it.
Said, let me get you out of this situation. Let me get you off the side of the road, because you finna get hit.
Right.
I'll tell you a quick story. I always got a story.
Yeah,
I always got a story. So, it's my college days, right? So,
you just seem very fond of those days, man.
Well, I was always doing something, man. I should have been more focused, man. I was like, but I digress.
Right.
So I had a little friend, and they were at the University of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to work, so I was in Arlington, Border Street by UTA. Right. So I'm giving you the proximity. So I had to drive, if you're not from here, so it's about 30 to 45 minutes to get to UTD.
Right.
From
UTA to UTD.
Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah.
So, but I waited till I got off work. And I worked because I went to school in the day, so I worked at night.
Right.
And so I got
know
off.
About that.
Yeah. So shout out to working and paying for my own school. Even though I was messing up, I was still paying for it. Wasn't on my mama.
Hey, we have nothing to offer you.
You better get it.
You on your own.
So I get off work about 11:30. So I'm gonna get out there about 12:30.
Okay.
Get out there, and I'm cooking in the dorm. We frying fish up in that dorm.
Hey.
We frying fish.
Talk about it.
We frying fish late at night.
It's just illegal.
Illegally
frying fish.
Illegally frying.
With the contraband.
Yeah, frying fish. So we fried fish, ate, kicked it. So it's about 2:00 now. And I'm getting ready to go home. But remember, I got to go to Fort Worth.
Right.
So that's probably an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Going to Part 4.
You got a long haul.
I got a long haul. So I get on I-75, then I get on I-30. When I make the transition, my car started tripping. It's late. It's late too. Now, I was in school early 2000s, so it wasn't as developed out there
Right.
at that time.
Right.
It wasn't. It was. I think it was the horse track was out there.
Yeah. Okay.
It was. It was back then when the horse track was out there.
Yeah.
Like Grand Prairie, that area, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't made it to like Six Flags, but I'm still in the kind of
Right.
I'm in the city, but it's kind of out there. And then my car just boom, it just give out. So I'm on the side of the freeway, and if you know anything about that part of I-30, the shoulder is very thin. So I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing.
One of the most dangerous places to be.
Most dangerous places to be. I don't have a flap. My car is just out.
Yeah.
So again, this is the early 2000s. I do got a cell phone though.
Right.
So I called my brother. I said, "Hey man, I need you to come get me." He said, "Where you at?" It's my middle brother. He said, "Where you at?" I said, "Man, I'm out here." And I told him where I was at, right? He said, "Man, what did you doing way out there? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning." And I was like, "Man, just come get me, man. I'm stuck on the side of the road."
That's my question. What you doing out there?
Yeah, he was asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Yeah, I'm coming." But he was like, "Give me a minute."
Yeah.
He was like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I got to get up.
He said, "Get in the car, put your hazard lights on," because he loved me. He's my brother. He said, "Get in the car, put your hazard lights on. Don't get out the car. The hood is up. Yeah, just don't get out the car." So I sit there in the car, and I'm in need of something. I need somebody to help me.
Right.
It's cars whizzing past me. Boom, boom, boom. And a car pull up behind me. A car. This ain't my brother, though.
Right.
I know it.
Right.
I'm like, I know he ain't got out of here this fast. I know it.
Right.
And they knock on my window. Because I'm kind of like, I got the seat back a little bit. I can see the car, and I'm like, who's this?
Right.
And then they just up on me. No lights or anything. They just up on me. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm definitely in trouble.
Bad intentions. Yeah.
Bad intentions. But when I least expected it, God sent me some help. It was a police officer.
Wow.
And he said, "I seen you from the other side of the freeway." So he had a view. So God has this view of us. He can see us, right? Even when we think we are alone, even when we are on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
So he said, "I seen you on the other side of the freeway." He said, "What's wrong with your car?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "It just stopped." He said, "It's too dangerous for you to be right here." He said, "Cars are whipping past you, going fast."
Right.
He said, So he hit his lights. I guess he didn't turn on his light. He didn't want to scare me or anything. But he had been watching me the whole time.
Right.
God see what's going on. God see what's going on in your life. The whole time. And he said, "Here, do this." He said, "I used to work on cars a little bit. Do that. And one thing, though, he did do, when we was under the hood together, he got out there with me, though. He didn't let me be out there by myself. He said, "I'm not going to let you be out here by yourself."
Right.
He said, "Touch that."
What you talking about, Willis?
It was this part in my car. He told me to touch. He said, "Touch it," but he was saying, just so I think what he was saying is just like, kind of tap it.
Right.
I touched it with my whole hand. That thing was on fire. It was so hot. I was like, "Oh!" He was like, "Oh, I know what it is." He was like,
"You have overheated."
Yeah. He was like, "You overheated and your clutch is out." He was like, this is what's wrong." So, long story short, he stayed there with me. My brother came and got me.
Yeah.
He didn't. It really. I'm thinking about this in real time. It was like a guardian angel was watching over me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because I didn't know where he came from.
Right.
He didn't come up. I didn't see him at all. But he had been watching me the whole time. And that's what he said. He said, "I came over here because these cars are going." He was like, "You got to get from out of here."
Yeah.
I believe if my brother hadn't came, he was gonna be like, "You got to go with me."
Right. Right.
Because that's what he said. He was
I
like,
can't leave you out here.
he was like, I know you like this car. Because I had fixed up my car. And he's like, I know you like this car, whatever. He's like, but this car ain't worth your life.
Right. That's it.
So I say that to say this. We get broke down.
Yeah.
And God is watching. And he's sending the help. Because you can't, like Pastor P said, you can't fix yourself.
Right.
I had to get my car towed. But in that moment, God sent something.
Right.
He sent somebody to make sure I was okay in that situation. So whatever moment you're in, God is watching over you.
Oh, yeah.
He got you.
He sees you.
My car didn't get fixed. It didn't get, God didn't, the story didn't end with me saying, oh, the police officer came over and fixed my car.
Mm-mm.
He was like, no, I can't fix your car. But what I can do
Make sure you're okay.
is make sure you are okay.
Yeah.
See, God doesn't come in and swoop in and fix all your problems, but he makes sure your salvation is okay by sending his son, Jesus Christ.
That's it.
That's why we will celebrate. That's why we so happy on Resurrection Sunday, because my foundation of faith is not in vain.
Yeah.
This is historical record. If this text mentions Caesar, right? Well, you can go and you can denote these places, you can denote these times, you can denote these historical events.
Right.
That works of fiction had to pass through a lot of scrutiny to be passed off as fact.
Right.
So that's not the case here.
Yeah.
Because people be on the internet saying all kinds of stuff.
Man, they be wilding out there. They absolutely
People
be wilding.
I wanted to read Galatians.
Go ahead.
Look. Should I tell them where it's at? Yeah. Okay, Galatians 2:20. I told y'all. No trivia. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah.
If you have been crucified with Christ, it is no longer I, Pastor Brandon, Pastor P, who lives.
Mm-hmm.
It is him.
It's him. Yeah.
And that's hard for people to do. People don't want to die. So you can live, but so when I say die, you don't have to physically die to serve Christ.
Right.
But there's some things that have to die off in your life.
Right.
You can't expect to be the new you carrying around the old baggage.
Right. You can't put new wine in old wineskins.
That's what the words say.
That's what it says.
That is Bible trivia.
Yeah, man.
And it says now, and the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me.
Yeah.
So this letter to the Galatians is reaffirming the sacrifice that Christ made.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the resurrection, right?
Right.
Back why we're celebrating and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. We when we look at the fact that Christ, bled, suffered, died, and then was raised from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen, even biblically, man, we've seen resurrections where people, who were dead, were resurrected from the dead.
That's a good point, because before we get into Holy Week, Jesus was with Lazarus.
Yeah. Lazarus was dead, and the reason he was dead is because he was in the grave and he was stinking.
Yeah, because they told her, they said
decomposition had started.
Okay, so they alerted Jesus by message,
right,
that Lazarus, they was like, come back, we need you.
Hey, your boy done died.
Yeah,
your boy done died.
So Jesus comes back, and by the time he gets there, they like, it's no use.
Yeah, too late.
It's too late because his sister says, in the resurrection, she mentions the resurrection. This is all Bible trivia. It's in there. You can go look at it. And they mention that by now,
the body stank.
He stink.
He funky in there.
And Jesus is like, yeah, but I'm Jesus.
Right. Right.
I am the way maker, the
Look,
promise keeper,
look,
the light in the darkness.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
No, I didn't tarry.
He said, I came at this time so that y'all will believe.
I came right on time.
Yeah.
So
I needed him to be dead.
Yeah, it may seem like it's over, but it ain't over.
Right. Because even if you are dead,
Yeah.
you know, even if your situation is dead, when Jesus shows up, he's got the power to bring you back to life.
Because he is the way, the truth, and the life.
Yeah, he said, I'm the resurrection.
Yeah.
Life. Yeah.
So Jesus is kicking it with them. They kind of having like a little party. That's when Martha was getting mad at Mary.
Yeah. She working.
She working.
And Mary over there like, oh, no, I'm over here hanging out with Jesus.
But in the different gospels, she kind of have a different posture.
Yeah.
And so it may be some time there, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is prelude to him to the Holy Week about to come.
Right.
So we know that he has resurrected man who will die again.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Every other person that was resurrected had to die again. But not him. But Jesus was resurrected, and then he went on to sit at the right hand of the Father.
That's right. So that's why we're celebrating. And I know so there's a lot of information you can get on the net.
Yeah.
I'm from the old school. I used to read a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And we was talking about, like, I seen a dude, he was making a recipe and he was like, I'm gonna measure to the ancestors tell me to stop. I'm like, bro, why don't you just ask your auntie? She's sitting right there. Like, okay.
But
so
the truth of the matter is that if his ancestor actually responded, he'd probably have a heart attack.
Yeah, really. You'd be like, oh my God, whatever, Granny.
It's just like in the Bible when angels would appear.
Yeah.
And they would have to tell him, hey, peace still. Hey, chill out.
Chill out.
Yeah, but have to, comfort them and let them know, hey, I ain't here to hurt you.
Yeah.
Hey, be cool. Be cool. I bring you good news.
Yeah. They was always scared.
Yeah, I got good news for you.
Even Mary.
Yeah.
Mary, she's like,
Whoa.
Son of God.
I'm bringing you some good news.
Good news. Listen.
Yeah.
So even if you did, but logically, right, there are generations of people here who have knowledge right now that are alive.
Right.
I remember, I be having stories for days. So my grandfather was a musician. We talked about this, right? And one of the people that he encountered being a musician was Mahalia Jackson. And Mahalia Jackson, so my grandfather was what you would call a phenom because he started playing the organ like a professional at 5.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
To where I think it was Mr. Marcus of Neiman Marcus would let him come. So my grandfather grew up at a time where you could not, a little person of color could not play, right? An organ in a store. You couldn't go in certain stores. So this was the time of Woolworths thing. But that man saw something in him. So he was a phenom. So he interacted with people who would come through the Dallas-Fort Worth area all the time. So my grandfather's going on to be with the Lord. But I made it a point to sit down and talk to him while he was alive.
Yeah.
I asked him so many questions. All of this stuff, all of this knowledge. I remember one time WFAA showed up. I was like, what they doing here?
Right.
I was like, oh, you a musician.
Hey, for real.
Yeah. Because not that I ever doubted his talent or his popularity.
Right.
But that's just your grandfather, so that becomes normal to you.
Right.
And when he got older, they wanted to capture him on film.
Right.
To put in their archive.
Yeah.
And I was like,
they did with the Smithsonian.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is something. And this is what he told them. He told them a lot of stuff, but this is how he ended. He said, I had a gift. And I had the opportunity to use that gift to serve myself or serve the Lord. And he had so much reverence for that gift that he said, I will only play for the Lord.
Right.
Because he had an opportunity to come through when he was younger to play what they call the blues.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't the blues, but secular music. Yeah,
I could play secular music.
Yeah. So he was gonna play secular music, but he didn't. He used that gift that God gave him. But I say that to say this: I spent time with my grandfather and my grandmother, and I talked to them.
Right.
And whatever they passed me, they gave to me in life.
Yeah.
And what they did give to me goes back to what he said. He said, I'm going to use it for the Lord.
That's right.
Because he didn't have a heaven or hell to put me in. You can ask my dad, his son. My dad will tell you there's two things my daddy gave me. Was a standard. I was like, oh, you dropping knowledge now.
Yeah.
He was like, he gave him a standard and the Lord.
That's it.
You know, they dropped my daddy off at college with $10. Forever.
More than I had.
Forever. For the whole 4 years.
That was more than I had.
He said, now, my grandfather, Daddy Jack, said, you call us. But I don't expect you to call us.
Yeah. You grown now.
You grown.
Yeah.
We come back to get you in the summer.
You
We're
grown.
gonna bring you back down here.
That's it.
$10
I'm expecting you to make a way.
for the whole 4 years. That's all he had, right?
You grown.
He said that Daddy gave me a standard and he gave me the Lord.
Right.
And he gave his kids the same thing, standard. So I don't need to. Dad Jackson gonna be with the Lord. I can talk to my daddy,
Right.
because my daddy put something in him.
Yeah.
Because my daddy talked to him, and his daddy before that, and my mama.
Right.
I got my mama here.
And they all had the conversations.
Yeah.
And they were able to take that knowledge and then in turn pass it down. I tell people all the time, man, the reason that I'm as good a cook as I am, was because I learned from 3 generations of cooks. You
You didn't have to. Did you didn't say? Did you have to ask your ancestors how much you put? You asked somebody.
My ancestors was alive.
I'm just saying.
When I wanted to learn, the first person that I went to was the one that was in my house.
Yeah.
I went to my mom. And my mom began to teach and show me what she knew.
Yeah.
The things that she knew were things that she learned from my grandmother.
Yeah.
The things that my grandmother knew, she learned from my great-grandmother. Fortunately for me, my grandmother was still alive. So after my mom taught me and gave me the foundation, I was able to go to my grandmother
and make sure it was right
and get some of those original recipes. And I learned from my grandmother, and then I had the opportunity, as my great grandmother got older, to take what I learned from mama and grandmama, and then go and sit under the teaching of the master.
Yeah,
because my great grandmother, was the originator. And I got to spend time with her and learn from her, and my great grandmother spent a lot of time mad at me. My mama was mad at me all the time, because every time she would go in the kitchen, I actually lived with her for a little bit, and when she would go in the kitchen to cook, and how they did back in the day, they would just go in there and they would throw stuff in the pot, and they didn't measure nothing. They know by touch and feel, by a pinch of this and and a little bit of this, and
you went in there and watched it.
And she telling me, she trying to tell me how she make this, and she just throwing stuff in there, So I literally went and got a notebook, and I bought a set of measuring spoons and cups. And I would go in the kitchen, and she'd be trying to cook, and I would every time she got ready to put something in there, I would stop her. Hey, put that in this spoon.
Let's see how much it is.
Yep, so I can see how much it is. And then I would write it down, and of course that slowed her down. So she was always fussing at me.
Oh, that's why she was mad.
Because I was slowing her down.
You was trying to get the tech. Yeah,
but
logistics.
I needed to know what she was, because I wasn't at the level at that time to be able to do it, by
Like,
touch. I can't just do a pinch. It is a pinch.
Yeah.
My hand's bigger than hers.
Yeah.
So a pinch to me, was
Just
too much.
throw your whole recipe
Yeah,
off.
it was too much. But I took that time.
Ooh, that's
And I learned from her, and I was able to duplicate her recipes because I took the time to measure.
You took the time to look. Pastor B, you said something. You said her pinch ain't gonna be the same as my pinch.
No,
and my pinch could probably throw the whole recipe out.
that's exactly it.
Right. So my journey ain't gonna be the same as your journey.
Right. And if you try to do it like me, you gonna mess the whole thing up.
But I ain't gonna never miss the opportunity to sit down with Pastor P while he's here.
Right.
Right. I'm just saying, there are people here. I'm still, like I told you, my mama at the Easter thing.
Uh-huh.
Right. So the Easter egg hunt started. And so we have a thing with all of our cousins. There was a bunch of us there. And the T.I. started. And my mama looked at me and she said, "Stay walking with the Lord. I've been walking a long time. I can resist this. But you," because maybe she see my eyes work up when that T.I. came.
She saw that switch turn. She saw that switch turn on you.
Shout out to T.I.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. When that T.I. came on, the whole...
Shout out to mamas who know their kids.
Yeah. Shout out to my mama who knows her kids.
Yeah.
Who is a person that I go to right now.
Right.
So when she goes on to be with the Lord, she has instilled in me a standard.
Right.
And it's not her standard.
Right.
It's the standard of the Lord.
She's passed on the legacy of faith.
The legacy of faith.
Just like Paul told Timothy, hey, your mama and your auntie, man, they have put something in you.
In you.
They have passed on a legacy of faith. That faith that you had was the faith that was in them. And then he told Timothy, hey, man, now you fan that into a flame.
Yeah.
They put something in you, and now you begin to fan that thing so that you catch fire. Fan it in the flame. All those gifts that you got, fan it in the flame.
In the flame.
Yeah, and then use that, for God's glory. And that, that's our story. We have a legacy of faith that was passed down to us, and they can't keep it going for you. You gotta fan it in the flame.
You gotta fan it in the flame.
Yeah.
What they're giving you is a solid foundation. They saying you can't go to heaven on grandmama's religion, on mama's religion. You got to go to heaven on. So the you're going to get into heaven by the instructions in the word.
Right.
That's how you're going to get there.
You have to operate on your own faith, and you have to make the decision to believe. They can't believe for you. They can pray for you. They can teach you. They can talk to you. And all of that, but they cannot believe for you.
They can't.
You have to believe yourself.
They say you got to confess out of your mouth and believe in your heart.
Right.
Heart. You can't get into heaven on grandmama's faith. My grandma was saved, so I'm saved. No, you can get saved.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So yeah, I was sitting there with my mama, and she said that. She was like, "Hey, don't get off the path."
Yeah.
She's like, "Don't get off the path." I know. She looked at me like, I know that T.I. going.
I know it's calling you.
I know it's calling you. But don't get off the path.
Yeah, man.
Don't get off the path. And having those foundations of faith, we want to tell y'all the truth.
Right.
That's why we're here. We have an open and honest dialogue to tell y'all the truth, because we don't want to mislead y'all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times I look on the internets, and I see a lot of people having real bouts with church hurt.
Yeah.
Because we didn't stand on truth.
Right.
We appeased.
Right.
So we're not here to, appease.
Yeah. I think, one of the things that I've noticed, man, is that we put a lot of emphasis on the building.
Yeah.
We're all excited to go to church.
Yeah.
We want to go to the building. We get excited about it. And something that hit me, today as I was coming coming home from work. You know, I was talking on the phone with my sister. You know, and we were having a conversation. I told her, I said, you know, going to church is for the lost.
Wow.
The lost are the only people that need to go to church. Because believers are the church.
Mic drop. That's don't give him no more, Pastor B. That's it. We got First Lady them coming in here in a minute anyway.
We'll cut it off. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, man. The church is for the lost, because those who believe, they are the church.
That's it.
I ain't gonna even just think about that. Look, we thank y'all for joining us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Andrew, where you at? There he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Pop go to Weasel.
Yo,
all right, man. Well, y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and may God be with you. Be blessed, and then Lord willing, we'll see y'all next time.
All right, we out.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.